Okay, what I want to show you today is how to start a foundation plan. This is going to be a stem wall foundation. So here's the finished architectural plan. We want to make sure that you have your title blocks in here. If it's going to be an engineered foundation, you'll see that there'll be a GEI logo in here, and there's some information here that needs to be filled out. But first, what we need to do is turn off all the text and dimensions and things of that nature, and just get the basic floor plan over here. And what we can do is we just want to explode this to make sure that all blocks have been exploded. Sometimes with some of these windows and doors there's lots of nested blocks in there, so it might take a few times to do. And then what we want to do is bring it over to this X walls layer that's gray, make it colored by layer, and then we want to make a block called X walls. Okay, and then we want to insert it because we want the floor plan to be a block. So you'll see that's a block on the X walls layer, and it's called X walls. So what you can do then is just with on the walls layer, just draw a polyline for the perimeter. And this is going to be the edge of the stem wall. And so these are the section details we're going to be using, and this is pretty standard as a 2-foot tall stem wall, 8 inches tall, 8 inches thick. The rebar details vary and the width varies. So normally when we change the width of the footer detail, we don't really change the size, we just change these numbers. So we'll kind of get into that a little bit later. So what we want to do is we want to go for an 8-inch wide stem wall. And I think we're going to, on this particular plan, we're going to go ahead and go with a 16-inch wide footing, and we'll dash the footing. Okay, and then over here we need a wall between the garage and the house, and we typically will start on the inside of the garage here and then bring it back, and we're going to have that same 8-inch wall thickness, and then the 16-inch wide footing, so we offset those 4 foot. And then we can come in here and we'll want to explode that to trim this all out. Okay, we'll want to trim these out to each other, and we'll want to trim the wall out because this will all be, the wall will all be poured at the same time, and same with the footings will be a continuous pour. So this is the stem wall layout. This is going to be a slab. This is going to be a slab here too, but it will have a thickened edge. So we usually, for a slab that has a thickened edge, we offset this 12 inches right here. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing over here for the front patio slab. We're going to offset that 12 inches. Then what we're going to do, we can bring these room labels over here, or actually they're not room labels, but they're just title tags. And for instance, this is going to be a crawl space area. Here's the entry slab. Here's the garage slab. And this slope, all garages have to have a slope to the front door, to the door opening. And then we need to show that door opening as a hard line on these walls, because there'll be a little bit different detail going on there with the section view. And then here's the patio slab tag. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and bring in these sections. These sections are going to probably be able to fit along with the plan on this sheet. Not all, a lot of times they'll be on different sheets, but we'll make a little bit more room here. And then we're going to need an exterior slab edge detail, which we're going to use one with the number 4 rebars. Put that right there. And we're also going to need this detail right here. And then we're also going to add this note here because these slabs are going to get the number 3 rebar mat at 18 inches each way. Same with this slab out back. And actually we're going to even put that same piece of text right here. And that's basically the layout right here. So one thing also you need to do is fill out the title block with the same information that's on the house plan. And then also too, we want to get the dates off these drawings. 1/4/28. We want to have this. If it's our plan, we want to have 1/4/18. Oops, this is what it was. And then a lot of times at this point we'll have a floor framing plan from the lumber vendor, and we'll also have a truss plan. And what that is, well, you can see right here, we need to fix the height of this. We need to fix the height of this attribute text, or that's just regular text. We're going to put it at 11 inches. It fits better. Okay, and we're going to update this date. 1/11/18. And then what we want to do is copy this title block over, because we're going to have some additional sheets. And it's going to, what that's going to be is the truss plan, and the floor framing plan is also going to be included, and that will be an S2 and an S3. And once we get the floor framing plan, it'll be a JPEG image, and we'll just paste it into here, and then we'll have a truss plan, and we'll paste it into there. And then there'll be a job that we want to put the name of the lumber vendor, and then we'll put like a job name, not necessarily the date, but there'll be a job number on the plan, and there'll be a job number over there. And then if we have a soils report, we want to note that the engineer's name and the job report number and date there as well. So then we'll also draw the floor framing plan that needs to go in here. It'll show us where some pads are and things of that nature, but this is kind of the gist of what doing. It's like a first draft for the foundation plan. This is the basic setup. So there'll be another half to this where we show a beam and the concrete pads inside, and we'll note the size of the pads and things of that nature. But this is good for a first draft of a foundation plan.